Thank you. Hello, family. Did you see those deluxe chocolate-covered snacks or rice cakes they sell at health food stores? They're a marketing trap. They charge you a fortune for rice cakes that, if you turn the package around, the last thing they have is health. Industrial chocolate loaded with refined sugars, soy lecithin, preservatives, additives, and who knows what else. Today we wanted to make these treats but homemade with real ingredients made at home. 70% chocolate and a clear conscience. We're going to use Yamani rice in this recipe. We're not going to use industrial puffed white rice because that's just pure starch with no nutrients. Yamani rice gives us fiber and a load of minerals like magnesium, and it's going to give us real energy. We're going to use animal fat, we're going to set aside industrial oils. Those I've already told you are very inflammatory and really aren't good for cooking, and even less so for our health. That's why we're going to use animal fat. It can be from beef or pork. If you don't want to use fat, that's okay, you can use coconut oil. We're going back to animal fat, the kind our grandmothers used, the good kind. It's stable, biocompatible, and it gives us real satiety. And we're also going to use eggs, which are protein, food, and nutrients. And we're about to make it, but before moving on to the recipe, I want to pause for a moment to tell you that we've already opened the online school. The doors to our school are open at 0. Mental focus, they're officially open now. A lot of people ask me, Dana, what exactly are we going to do? How long is the school going to last? And the answer is that 0 isn't a course that starts and ends, but rather a monthly training space. And I want to tell you how we're going to start because it's beautiful. We're going to focus entirely on health, your physical and emotional healing, and abundance. We're going to work on all of this always using our 2 main tools: Merkaba technology and neuroplasticity applied in neuroscience. Transformation. I want taking this step to be super easy for everyone. That's why, to sign up, you just have to go to the link I leave in the description or in the first pinned comment and click there. Visit the website, pick a plan, and you're done. It's transparent with instant access. This school is a space for us to stop repeating the patterns of the past and start designing the life we deserve. I'm really very happy to welcome you, to read your messages in the community, and for us to start training together. Well, so without further ado, go to the link and I'll see you in ground 0.
The first thing we're going to do is rinse the rice and let it soak in water with a tablespoon of lemon for 24 hours. We're going to bring it to a boil to cook it. First, of course, we're going to strain it. We put it in a pot to cook.
Well, here the rice is ready now.
Now we're going to toast 90 grams of sesame seeds or 6 tablespoons. We have to be very careful not to burn the seeds. When we see that they turn a golden color, it means they're ready. I set the heat very low because these pans get really hot. Now the seeds are ready and we're going to add them to the rice we prepared. We're going to add a tablespoon of animal fat. We add the fat at room temperature. We're going to add an egg. First, we open it here to make sure it's good before adding it. We beat it a little and we add it. And we're going to add a teaspoon of sea salt. Now we mix everything together. Sesame seeds can also be ground. Now we're going to blend it. It's ready now, and now we're going to arrange all the cookies on a baking tray. First, I'm going to put a little bit of grease on it so they don't stick. To shape the cookies, I'm going to use this mold. If you don't have a mold, you can use your hands, or if you have a square mold. Whatever you have at home and whatever works best for you. We're going to take a spoonful of the mixture and we're going to put it in the mold. Now we press it down. And that's it. There's the first cookie. And now we put it in the oven on low, 120 to 150 degrees. And after 15 minutes, we check them. 15 minutes have already passed, but I'm going to leave them a little longer because they're still soft. 20 minutes have passed. And you'll see that they come off easily. Now what we're going to do is flip them over and leave them for 15 more minutes. We do this so they get nice and crispy on both sides. Now they're ready. They've cooked well on both sides, they're nice and crispy. To coat our 25 cookies, we're going to need about 150 grams of 70% dark chocolate. This isn't the healthiest option, but if you want, you can coat some cookies with white chocolate. In this case, I'm only going to use half a bar of dark chocolate because we also love eating some savory crackers. I'm going to cut it into pieces and then melt it in a double boiler. Before we do the double boiler, let's get the cookies we're going to dip ready. We already have them prepared. We put the chocolate in a double boiler over very low heat. Okay, we can see that it's melting. And we're going to add a little bit of coconut oil. Just this little bit. It's optional, but I recommend it so the chocolate thins out a little. Alright, now it's ready. Everything is melted. Let's dip the first cookie. I'm going to set it on there. And then I'm going to take it out with one of these ice tongs. Now they're ready. While we wait for them to cool down, let's cover them with white chocolate. I'm going to cut half a bar of white chocolate. We put it in a double boiler over very low heat. With white chocolate, you have to be very patient and careful because it takes longer to melt, but it can also burn very quickly, so you have to pay close attention. I'll add a bit of coconut oil. And now what I'm going to do is take it out of the water. Once it's melted, it turns into a kind of paste, right? So I'm going to add a little more coconut oil. That way it's thinner when you put it on the cookies. It doesn't get runny like dark chocolate. Okay, I'm going to coat these cookies with a little spatula because it's hard to dip them in this chocolate.
Okay, and here they are, finished and looking spectacular. Crunchy and chocolatey. Why is it a healthy treat? Because, for example, Yemeni rice has fiber, so it gives you sustained energy, unlike puffed white rice. Yemeni gives us minerals and vitamins without spiking our glucose. If you let these cookies cool down, you put them in the fridge and then eat them. Part of their starch becomes resistant, feeding your good gut bacteria and improving your digestion. Sesame is a powerful source of calcium and healthy fats. 70% chocolate is a food rich in polyphenols, antioxidants that improve your mood and protect your heart. By using 70% cocoa, we avoid the sugar spike, which we get from the candies we buy at the store. When and how should we eat them? They're ideal as a mindful dessert, after lunch for example, or for that mid-afternoon craving. 1 or 2 of these cookies will be more than enough. You'll feel satisfied, avoiding constant snacking, and you give yourself a pleasure that nourishes you. Family, if you like this sweet version and want us to share the savory version, which is made with cheese and seasonings and turns out really tasty, more like a snack, you can let us know in the comments. That way we can make the next video about it, although we already have an idea prepared, but anyway, we'll read your comments. If I see a lot of comments, I'll bring you this recipe, and if not, we'll go with the surprise we have prepared for the next video, which also has cheese. If you found this video valuable, if you liked it, give me a thumbs up. You can subscribe to the channel, and most importantly, share it with anyone you think might find it helpful. My name is Dana Aguilar, and if you would like to deepen your mind, body, and spirit connection, I'll be waiting for you on my other channel, Portal Coherencia. I'll leave a card for you here. You can visit and see what it's about. Since I mentioned the school we opened from my other channel, Portal Coherencia, I'll leave a short video here. If you were curious, you'll understand it better. That's all for now. See you next time. Bye.